Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Catholic Central Boys Soccer. This is a good one. Austin Prep, 3-1. St. Mary's, 2-1-1. St. Mary's is 1-0-1 in the conference. Austin Prep is 1-0. St. Mary's in the blue. Austin Prep in the white. And it goes out. Brian Ford, the head guy for Austin Prep. Mike D'Agostino for St. Mary's. Adam McHugh in net for Austin Prep. Nicholas Pappas in net for the Spartans. St. Mary's finally has a full contingent. They had some players. They had one player that was hurt. They had a couple of players that were suspended for different reasons from last year. Getting back quickly and breaking that up. Was the St. Mary's defense. And Pappas will kick it away. It's a pass midfield, headed away, and we got a whistle called as Austin Prep slammed into St. Mary's, and they'll get a free kick. They go quickly. Nice little shift. Dumped in the middle. Down deep in the corner, trying to get around, gets around a couple, still walking around, takes the shot. Big time save by McHugh. It'll be a corner kick for St. Mary's. Went right through a couple of defenders, spun around and ripped the shot off. And the difficult part, again, you hear me say this, if you watch these, I say it all the time, difficult to pick up the numbers. Line drive goes off the side of the net. And it was Austin Prep getting a piece of it, knocking it over there, so they'll do it again. Corner kick from the far side. They kick it deep. I don't know if it hit the top crossbar, but it bounced out. Knocked out by Austin Prep. The defender went up to get that corner shot. He went high in the air, and it looked like now contact against Austin Prep. St. Mary's going to get a free kick. Knocked away by Austin Prep and cleared away. Diego De Oliveira. He's playing in his first game this year for St. Mary's. Bouncing off a couple of people, they knock it deep. Austin Prep trying to knock it back. Tip by. They knock it deep, and it's a foot race. Austin Prep gets there first and knocks it out of play. And St. Mary's, I think, is going to get another corner kick. Coming from the far side. He line drives it, pulls it off the side of the net and out of play. Bodies go down as it goes by out to midfield. St. Mary's takes it away. Tip back to the middle. Austin Prep clears it away. Back in the Austin Prep end. Early going has been all St. Mary's, territorial-wise. Trying to get it to the net. It goes by everybody, and Austin Prep will kick it out of play. From long range, tip by the goaltender over the net. A rocket by St. Mary's. McHugh just got a piece of it and tipped it over the net and out of play. All St. Mary's here in the early going. But it's still 0-0. Another corner kick coming from the far side. That had a lot of mustard on that shot. Out in front, McHugh went up. I think he got a hand on it and tipped it away. Tipped straight up in the air, going backwards. St. Mary's couldn't keep it in. Austin Prep will get the throw in. St. Mary's takes it away, keeping it in the Austin Prep end. Me down in the seats. Headed back into St. Mary's end. That's Mackey, I believe, knocking it back. St. Mary's takes it away. Blocked. Austin Prep takes it away. Pass bounced right over the foot of the intended receiver. They bring it back to the near side. Trying to center it. Blocked. Looking to get it to the net. Down the near side. St. Mary's had good position. And they knock it out. And it's off Austin Prep. Pappas will kick it away. No, it's not going to be Pappas. They knock it deep, a foot race. George trying to get there, winds up with it. Throws it out in front, they miss connections, and he short hopped it. I think that was Connolly that was wide open. They short hopped it, it deflected. Connolly had a good opportunity, and he just couldn't get a good foot on it. De Oliveira keeps it in. And he bangs in to the Austin Prep player as he knocks it off. That went off Baldock, Michael Baldock. And it's right back in the Austin Prep end. They try to center it. Austin Prep takes it away. And the pass too far ahead for anybody. Austin Prep knocks it deep. And again, bodies go down. De Oliveira keeps it in. Tonks the phone. Walks by a couple, tips it ahead. He gets it back. Couldn't get the shot off. The pass a little bit behind him. Good idea, but they couldn't get the shot off. And they're calling it off St. Mary's into the Austin Prep bench area. 10 minutes in and counting this first half. No score. Skips past everybody to let it go to Pappas. And he'll kick it away. High boot. Not quite to midfield. Now it gets tipped to midfield. De Oliveira comes up with it. George kicks it back. Headed away. St. Mary's keeps it alive. They're going to call St. Mary's for contact. Off a head, off another head, off a third head. They knock it deep. George got a head on it. Just broken up. Good idea with the pass. Almost sent a St. Mary's player in alone. Broken up. Austin Prep coming back. St. Mary's breaks it up. De Oliveira gets around, gets control, gets it to George on the near side. Trying to walk in, he goes to the left foot and pulls it off to the right side. And they're saying that Austin Prep got a piece. It looked like George just shot it wide. But they're going to give the corner kick to St. Mary's. They got what they wanted. They got a head on it, but they headed it over the net and out of play. That was Thongstafong, I think. St. Mary's will make a couple of substitutions. Couldn't get around Baldock. He knocked it out of play. And they were about to throw it in. And they were down too far. You have to move it up. Trying to get around. Slipped, went down. And Austin Prep sends it deep. 1-on-3. For Mills. St. Mary's takes it away. Austin Prep gets it back. 15 minutes into this scoreless half. It's been mostly St. Mary's. McHugh's had to make a couple of tough saves. Shot gets blocked, and then Austin Prep knocks it into a different time zone, way up and out. That might have gone out in the parking lot. Another corner kick, this one coming from the near side. They knock it deep, deflected away. St. Mary's trying to get a shot off, and they got a little side action, knocking it to the far corner instead of on the net. Austin Prep takes it away. Tipped and taken away by St. Mary's. They threw the lead pass. The player on the near side wasn't going anywhere. And now it goes out off Austin Prep. We had a substitution before they throw it in. O'Brien knocks it ahead. Broke it up. They knock it deep. It skips away, but Austin Prep gets it, knocks it upfield. St. Mary's takes it away. Parties go down, no call. They're letting it play a little bit. St. Mary's player again goes down. They really are letting him play. That went out. St. Mary's takes it away and clears it away. And a little bumping going on. Got knocked out. And they throw it in, and it went out. Went out off Niccolo. More substitutions for St. Mary's. Bolduck will throw it in for Austin Prep. I got to tell you, the Austin Prep roster is not easy to read. And I think they're going to get Mackey for running in and making contact with Barletta. And a free kick will come from the 25. It'll be Mills taking it. St. Mary sets up their picket fence. They drill it high, wide, and off to the right side. Good solid kick, but pushed it way off to the right and out of play. Austin Prep keeping in the St. Mary's end, and Austin Prep's going to get called for reaching and grabbing and pushing the contact. And St. Mary's will kick it away. They kick it deep. It gets deflected. St. Mary's looking for a break, trying to walk in. Takes the shot. Big time save by McHugh. They beat the defense. That's another big save by McHugh. Halfway through, he's taken at least 2 or 3 goals away from St. Mary's here. And Austin Prep tips it. Can they save it? No, they can't. Corner kick coming from the near side. We'll have a substitutions for both teams first. Line drive, knocked away. Push right back. Tipped up. Austin Prep knocks it deep. Gets by everybody. Ryan Freer tips it ahead. They tip it back. Nice try. They tried a little, almost behind the back, little side shoe action. And I think it bounced up against St. Mary's on the hand, and Austin Prep's going to get a free kick. So back and forth we go. St. Mary's had the better of it, and they really have had the better of it because McHugh has had to make at least 2, maybe 3 really big-time saves to keep St. Mary's off the board. Pappas really hasn't had any activity at all. And I think they called, I'm not sure what that was. It looked like it just went down. I thought they were going to call Austin Prep offside. They knocked the ball down. He got the pass. They blew the whistle. I didn't see any contact, but they're calling it against St. Mary's, and a free kick coming up from the 40-yard line. They knock it to the net. Pappas came out and missed it, and it gets cleared away by the defense. He came out to try and get 2 hands on it, and he missed it completely. And it was Mills that went down in a heap in front of him. And we got the defense able to make the play. Conley thought the ball was St. Mary's. He got stepped over. By Chebra. St. Mary's knocks it deep. And he couldn't keep it in. It went out of play. So it's Austin Prep's turn to keep it in the St. Mary's end for a while. Bodies go down. St. Mary's tips it ahead. Couldn't tip it by. Good defense. Knocked away. Austin Prep. Knocking it deep. St. Mary's will let it go out of play. Right to Joe Gill on the bench, one of the assistant coaches. They get in the middle, they knock it to the far side. St. Mary's defense is back there. And they knock it out. 15 minutes and counting left in the scoreless first half. And it's scoreless because of Adam McHugh in net for Austin Prep. Out in front. Blocked. Knocked out. And Austin Prep will get a corner kick. This is their first. Coming from the far side. Out in front, loose, tipped. St. Mary's clears it away. That was Aiden O'Brien knocking it away. Baldock gets a head on it. They knock it to the net. They let it go through to Pappas. And he'll kick it away. Popped up, and St. Mary's, they made contact against St. Mary's. They hit him around the head from the 25-yard line, a point-blank shot. Austin Prep trying to line up their picket fence. Just inside the 25, straight on shot. We're going to get a substitution for Austin Prep. Out in front, another great save by McHugh. I think that might have been George. Wide open. He got loose. Good hard shot looking for the near post. And I don't know how McHugh ever got to that, and he stuffed it. What a tremendous save. That's at least his fourth. He's taken at least 4 goals away from St. Mary's so far. And we're going to... Here's going to get called for a takedown. What a tremendous save. St. Mary's could be, they could be out 3 or 4-0 right now, except for McHugh. Conley's going to get called for a push-off. He overran. Now he's having a little to do with one of the Austin Prep players. The free kick is going to come from a tough angle. Chebra, I think, is taking it. Headed away from the back door. They looked like they were going to get a shot from there, but they couldn't control it. It bounced up.
Lights?
Headed away. Austin Prep keeps it in. And now they knock it out. Knocking it deep. Bolduc knocked it down, gets it, knocks it ahead. St. Mary's picked it off.
I didn't know they were. I thought they were light switches.
Free kick again, coming from the 30 this time with Mills. Straight on. Everybody running at the kicker, and he knocks it through. St. Mary's had student body forward. Everybody ran at the kicker as he was kicking it. And he hit almost like a ground ball that Pappas was able to handle. So that's the story. Pappas' saves have come from long range. McHugh's saves has saved goals. Austin Prep knocks it out. They tip it ahead. Bolduc wouldn't let him get by. Now they try to throw it in front. It gets blocked and knocked out. Thongstafong tried to get by. Bolduc wouldn't let him. And we've got just under 8 minutes left in a scoreless first half, and we're going to get a timeout down the field. Corner kick coming from the near side. They knock it deep. St. Mary's gets a head on it. Out rebounding the St. Mary's player was McHugh again. St. Mary's went up in the air, tried to get a head on it. And McHugh took it away. That was Nicolo, I think, out in front, trying to get the head on it before McHugh, and McHugh just went up and, like they're playing basketball, out rebounded him. Knocked deep. St. Mary's knocks it deep the other way. By everybody. And they're going to get St. Mary's for a push. They roll the pass. And it was Nicolo running at Chebra. And he made contact, and they called it. Coming from just inside the 35, they pop it up. St. Mary's is there to clear it away. Trying to knock it deep. George just was about a step away from taking that between two defenders. Bolduc knocks it deep. And St. Mary's couldn't keep it in. Austin Prep will get the throw in. They knock it deep. They knock it by, looking to walk in. Slips it by, takes the shot, couldn't get a lot on it. McHugh will dive. That was going to go wide anyway. Good bid by George. He got through a couple of defenders, but couldn't get a real good shot off. With the left foot, he just got it, kind of pushed it to the net. Niccolo knocks it ahead. Bolduc knocks it back the other way. O'Brien gets ahead on it. De Oliveira trying to tip it and get taken away. Austin Prep coming back. Mills with it. Austin Prep picked up the deflection and he pushed it too far, trying to go down that far side. It went out of play. And Austin Prep is going to get called for leaning all over St. Mary's. He changed around a little bit, I think. Nolan Perez is usually the center fielder on defense. He's playing up front. St. Mary's will get a free kick. Headed away. Trying to walk in. From a tough angle, they got it on net. Good hard shot. McHugh makes another big-time save. George just shakes his head saying, what do I have to do to knock it by him? Bolduc broke up that pass. O'Brien tips it ahead. Nice little shift. They try to get it to the net. It got deflected toward the net. And they get there and knock it out of play. Corner kick coming from the far side. St. Mary's has had a few of these. Hook it wide. They got a head on it. And they're going to call St. Mary's for making contact. Somebody banged into somebody trying to go up and get that one. Bolduc will kick it away. Austin Prep content to knock it deep. They let it go to Pappas. He doesn't kick it. He just rolls it upfield. They knock it deep. Austin Prep gets there first and knocks it out of play. Final 2 minutes and counting. Scoreless here in the first half. Thanks to Mr. McHugh in net for Austin Prep. St. Mary's could have at least 4, possibly 5. And now they call St. Mary's for the contact. St. Mary's collects. They get around. They knock it deep. Austin Prep gets there first. St. Mary's takes it away. They take the shot and they knocked it high over the net. Good hard shot, but it went up over the net and out of play. St. Mary's certainly had the best of chances. Tried to dump it ahead, it got blocked and knocked out by Austin Prep. O'Brien will throw it in. We can't have too much time left in this first half. De Oliveira keeping it alive. Gets around. Trying to throw it in front. It's there. And there's another block by McHugh. Great job by De Oliveira. Set up the play from the right deep in the corner. And that's George again, I believe, right out in front. And he was trying to stick it inside the near post, and McHugh just held the post and held on. He's been unbelievable in the net. It's unusual when you make one or two of these saves. He's made 5 or 6. Again, there can't be a lot of time left in this half. And as they say that, they blow the whistle. That's going to do it. So we started dead even 0-0. We played a half. We're dead even 0-0. Mr. McHugh in net is the difference. He's made a ton of saves and saved an awful lot of goals. St. Mary's could have at least 5. But instead, it's St. Mary's nothing, Austin Prep nothing at halftime. We're getting set to start the second half here at Manning Field, and the story of the first half was Mr. McHugh in net for Austin Prep. St. Mary's had at least 6 goals taken away in the first half. What a tremendous performance he put on. He just, especially Ola Shola George, a couple of point-blank shots he just stole. Smothered. Tipped away. He was unbelievable in that first half. Nicholas Pappas on the other end didn't really have to do a heck of a lot. He made a couple of saves, but they were from long range. Got a good look at him. They bounced a couple of times. Austin Prep will tip it and we'll be underway. St. Mary's just has to keep doing what they're doing. They didn't do anything wrong. They did everything right. But you've heard it many times, like whether it's soccer or hockey, hot goaltender can be a major difference. The pass gets through. Nice little shift by De Oliveira. Takes the shot and knocks it home. He made 2 big moves, got by from outside the 20, let a rocket go. It went under the top crossbar, just inside the near post. And 49 seconds into the second half, he gets St. Mary's on top. McHugh has made a ton of big-time saves. He had no chance on that one. And that was from long range. That was a bullet, and it just caught the inside post under the top crossbar. So in his first game back, Diego de Oliveira makes his presence felt. That was a blister. I don't know if McHugh has seen it yet. The free kick, McHugh came out, tipped it, knocked it away, and then had a dive on it. I think it was O'Brien that was right there looking for a rebound or a tip. They knock it deep, knocked away by the defense, knocked away again by the defense. St. Mary's collects, they knock it deep, it's a foot race. They'll knock it back to McHugh, and he knocks it away. So some of the people didn't get settled in their seats coming back from halftime when de Oliveira just rocketed it past McHugh. And Austin Prep was getting used to McHugh making all those saves. St. Mary's trying to let it go out, and they did, but they said it went off St. Mary's. So Austin Prep will get the throw-in down deep. Now they're calling it contact on St. Mary's. They're giving them a free kick, I think. This is almost like a corner kick. It's just upfield a little more. Up close to the 5-yard line. Headed away by St. Mary's and cleared away by St. Mary's. They knock it deep, and it's a foot race. And Austin Prep is going to knock it out. De Oliveira get under that one a little bit, lofted it high and wide and out of play off to the right. It's tipped, and tipped enough that it goes all the way to McHugh. De Oliveira was looking for the pass on this side. He was wide open. There wasn't anybody anywhere near De Oliveira on the near side. And he knocked it deep, and De Oliveira couldn't get there. I think he was afraid he might be offside. He was coming back to go back upfield, and he couldn't turn enough to get back downfield to go get the pass. Hongster Fong with a rush. Try to slip it through, looking for George, and it got tipped and knocked out. St. Mary's will get a corner kick. Try to tip it out in front off the corner kick, and they tipped it out of play. So both teams trying to stay perfect in the conference. St. Mary's is 1-0-1 in the conference. Austin Prep is undefeated as well. I think they're 1-0. Headed away nicely. They knock it deep, and they call St. Mary's offside. Hongster Fong thought he was okay. They called him offside. Tip deep. St. Mary's gets there and knocks it out. Headed away by St. Mary's. Austin Prep trying to get a shot. St. Mary's breaks it up and knocks it away. Headed away. I think that was Mackey. St. Mary's sending it deep. Bump from behind, trying to get around. Austin Prep knocks it out. And it should be a corner kick for St. Mary's again. McHugh comes out right in the middle of white shirts, blue shirts, everybody around him. He just went up in the air and grabbed it 2 hands and got rid of it. And they blow the whistle as a Austin Prep player down at the 40-yard line. Miss Gagnon, the trainer, has to come out and take a look. And gingerly walking over, he got hit in the back, holding his back. So the substitution is in. We'll get back to soccer. I think they call contact on Austin Prep, and they gave St. Mary's a free kick. They don't take it. Now they were trying to throw it out in front. It gets blocked, and St. Mary's will get another corner kick. They've had a slew of them. And they try to make a move around, and they couldn't get by Chebra. He knocked it out. And they knock it out again. Trying to pop it to himself. Austin Prep knocks it away. Mills knocks it deep. Launch the fall with a great move. They tip it down to the near side. St. Mary's trying to throw it in front. Blocked and knocked out. This will be a throw-in. And they let it go all the way through. Little ground ball, couple of hops. McHugh handled that one easily and boots it away. Out to midfield. Knocked out by Austin Prep. Knocked out again into the St. Mary's bench area. They knock it deep. St. Mary's knocks it back. Nice little shift. Long shot. It got by McHugh, and everybody held their breath, and it went wide right. A rocket by Thongstafong. McHugh couldn't make the save. It went by him. But everybody breathed a little sigh of relief, the rooters for Austin Prep, because it just went wide. With 10 minutes in to the second half, St. Mary's leading at 1-0. And St. Mary's couldn't keep it in. And they called it off, Austin Prep. Headed away, they'll let it go out of play. McHugh will kick it away. And they're going to call St. Mary's for going over the top. They kick it deep. Mackey's back there to knock it away. St. Mary's takes it right back. Broken up. Broken up again. And when they broke it up, the Austin Prep player went down. And he's still down. He's up now. He's really favoring that right leg or ankle. And they're going to have to send him to the sideline. Literalist, I believe. It's hard to read the writing. The printing was not the best. I appreciate that they did it and gave it to me. Some of the names are hard to read. Austin Prep with the throw in. Body's going up. St. Mary's knocked it out. Austin Prep will get the throw in just down beyond the Austin Prep bench. And it gets knocked high and deep and out, and they're calling it off Austin Prep. They knock it deep. St. Mary's took it away, knocks it back into the Austin Prep area. McHugh will look to track it down. It comes out almost to the 10-yard line, and he'll kick it away. St. Mary's takes it away. And Austin Prep's going to get called for making contact, pushing or grabbing. St. Mary's will get the free kick. I'm about their 45-yard line. Tipped and taken away. St. Mary's got a foot on it, but they knocked it back upfield, and Austin Prep came away with it. A break down the far side. Trying to center it. Austin Prep got loose. It popped out in front. They had it, and it popped up a little bit higher than the ankle, I think. And it was Barletta who had it point blank in front of Pappas, and he chipped it over the net and out of play. That's just about the best chance they've had. It's going to go out of play. St. Mary's will get the throw in. They walked in and chipped it over the net and out of play. That's George again. They threw it. He came flying in, and all the momentum in the world and too much momentum. He got all of it, got under it, and tipped it high over the top crossbar, out of play, way to the far side. So with 26 minutes showing on the clock, St. Mary's leading it 1-0 on the goal by Diego de Oliveira in his first game back. We got a timeout down the field. We come out of the timeout. McHugh kicks it away. St. Mary's collects. Olu George is talking to himself. He's had several big-time chances. He got stuffed a couple of times on great saves by McHugh. That time he was all by himself, and he just put too much mustard on it. And here's Austin Prep getting called for the bump. Barletta couldn't stop, and he banged right into the St. Mary's player. And free kick coming up to get it ahead. Nolan Perez. Now, Thongs to phone, they knock it deep. De Oliveira trying to get there. It went out. I think they called it off St. Mary's. So McHugh again will kick it away. St. Mary's with a little shift, tips it ahead. Broken up. Knocked back. Tipped out by St. Mary's. Austin Prep will take the throw in. Popped straight up in the air. They went for a header and missed it. Now the header gives it back to St. Mary's. Trying to split the defense, trying to walk in. Centering it. Austin Prep blocked it. Shot, blocked again. McHugh dives it, saves it from going out. It would have been a corner kick for St. Mary's. To the near side. De Oliveira trying to throw it in front, blocked. They tip it. Trying to come back. Shot got blocked. They got a foot on it and bounced it. They banged it all around and finally came out in front. And I think that was, I don't know if it was Kevin Perez or Conley. It bounced up about ankle high. Now, whistle from, I'm not sure what that whistle was for. Way back. Way behind the play. And St. Mary's getting a free kick for some reason. The official back downfield made the call. But that last one, they had 2 or 3 people out in front, couldn't get control of the ball. When they finally had a chance, it bounced a little too high, and they had to just kind of take a chop at it, and it didn't get a lot on it, and just popped it to McHugh for the easy save. Trying to walk in, they tip it. Broken up nicely, good defense. Just about set to break and go in. And it was Mangango that got a piece of the ball and knocked it loose. St. Mary's keeps it in. Tipped away nicely. Banging going on. Everybody involved. They're not going to be able to save it. It went out. The question is it a corner kick or a throw-in? Well, substitutions first. They're going to call it a throw-in. Almost a corner kick, but it was a throw-in. Trying to get around, tip it by, and he gets tripped up. De Oliveira got around, and when he went to go get it, they got a piece of his ankle and took him down. Corner kick coming almost a corner kick. It's a free kick from a little closer. And they pull it off the side of the net, out of play. So no chance on that corner kick. Halfway through and counting the second half. Diego de Oliveira's goal in the second half is the difference. 1-0 St. Mary's. This is a big one in the conference for both teams. McHugh will kick it away. Short kick. Picked off by de Oliveira. Looking to make a move. Goes right by, walks in. Couldn't get the shot off. He got taken down. He went in very deep. Hard to get a shot from the angle he was at. They knock it deep. Mackey hustling over there. Austin Prep knocked it out. From the 40-yard line, the free kick. Knocked down. Austin Prep took it away. Austin Prep gets knocked down. I think Longstafong was a little aggravated that he got bumped. And he went after it and wound up banging into an Austin Prep player, and they called it. A couple of nice shifts. I think that's Nolan Perez knocking it loose. And Austin Prep got away with a bump, but St. Mary's will get the throw in anyway. They did call the bump because they gave him a free kick. I didn't think they saw it. I didn't think they blew the whistle for the contact. Austin Prep gets there first. St. Mary's breaks it up. St. Mary's knocks it to the near side. St. Mary's winds up with it. De Oliveira tips it ahead. And they're going to call Nolan Perez and Nicolo offside. And Nolan Perez is going to get called for the knockdown at midfield. Looking to get it to the net. Headed away. I think that was O'Brien. Trying to get a shot off. Can't. Now they're trying to throw it in front. Headed away by St. Mary's. They can't keep it in. It goes out. Austin Prep will get the throw in down deep. St. Mary's takes it away. Austin Prep keeping it in. And Austin Prep picks off the pass, trying to dump it to the net. It's loose out in front. Pappas comes out and grabs it and throws it upfield. De Oliveira throwing it deep, threw it too deep. Goes all the way to McHugh. Whistle for a substitution. I think it was Kennelly that went out in front looking to get control of the ball, and he got beat to the ball by Pappas before he could get a foot on it. He looked like he was at an angle and maybe at least get a shot on net. They've had a couple of shots on net, but it's been from long distance, and a couple of them they just flat out missed it. St. Mary's tips it by, they get it, and they're going to call Austin Prep for making contact. St. Mary's will get another free kick. They knock it to the net. McHugh goes up, grabs it, and holds on with a couple of blue shirts on him. They tip it by. Kevin Perez cutting inside. Gets broken up. St. Mary's winds up with a shot. McHugh has to make the save. That was Conley, I think. Ripped it from about the 20-yard line. And McHugh had to make the save. They knock it deep again. McHugh will come out, and he's going to let this one go. McHugh will kick it away. St. Mary's pushes it by. They go get it. Knocked away. Austin Prep kept it in, but St. Mary's winds up with it. Nice little shift out in front, and they score. Great work coming out of the corner. They threw it out in front. McHugh had no chance. I think it's De Oliveira again. If he turns around, I can get his number. So St. Mary's has some breathing room. I wish I could get the number of the young man that brought it down the far side and made a nice little shift and then flipped it out in front. And easy pickings out in front. Once they get out in front, all he had to do was just knock it past McHugh. Had no chance. Pappas comes out with a couple of white shirts bearing down on him, picks it off. So a nice debut by De Oliveira in his first game coming back. He scores twice. Tipping it ahead, Pappas will come and get it. And he throws it upfield rather than kick it. And he tried to knock it upfield, and it went off the hand of Dela. Kevin Perez. Thanks to phone. He passed too far ahead for De Oliveira. And we got a whistle again. Contact or touching the ball or whatever. Free kick coming up for Austin Prep. So a little bit of breathing room now for St. Mary's. 1-goal lead. Not insurmountable, certainly, from a very good team, Austin Prep. Tip towards the net. Cleared away by the defense. Bodies go down as the ball goes out of play. And he called it off St. Mary's. They knock it out. De Oliveira went down hard. He's signaling to the bench to make a substitution. He's really favoring that left leg. But he's kind of jogging off, so it looks like it's okay. Pushing and leaning on St. Mary's, trying to get that ball. Whistle for substitution. St. Mary's knocks it out. And he knocked it out by bumping in Austin Prep, so it'll be a free kick from the 45-yard line. St. Mary's got a head on it. Austin Prep heads it back the other way. I think it was Mackey got a head on it and knocked it away. Trying to knock it to the net. Pappas will come over and catch the high pop-up way over to the far side. Catch it in the air, hold it, and he'll kick it away. And we're going to play it down. He's up. Started to walk off, and now it just stops over near the Austin Prep bench area. And he's going to walk off. He seems to be okay. And Austin Prep's going to get called for climbing the back to get a head on the ball. St. Mary's will get another free kick right around midfield. Nolan Perez drills it. Knocked down. Can't get a shot off. Trying to walk in. Loose out in front. Try to go by. Didn't look to take the shot. Try to deke it and move around the goaltender, tip it home. McHugh made another big time save. I think George is wishing he kicked that one rather than he tried to draw it around the goaltender and stick it behind him rather than try to knock it by him. And it cost him because McHugh was able to take it away. George has had umpteen opportunities to score. Knocking it deep. Conley keeps it in. Knocks it to the far side. St. Mary's is there. trying to throw it in front. McHugh comes out and picks it off. That was LeBron knocking it away. McHugh will come out and grab it. Six minutes and counting left in this one. St. Mary's is going to go to 3-1. 3-0 and 1. 3-1 and 1, excuse me. They lost in the city tournament. They'll go to 3-1 and 1. Austin Prep's going to go to 3-2. And they really haven't had Austin Prep any really good substantive scoring bids. St. Mary's had the better of the play. McHugh has really kept it. It could be 6 or 7-0 here with McHugh keeping them in. Nice little shift. Another nice shift again. Out in front, trying to tee it up. They take the shot. McHugh makes another save. I think that was Conley out in front. Nice little pass from De Oliveira. And McHugh made another nice save. He's been unbelievable. They push it ahead. Austin Prep knocks it out. St. Mary's will get a corner kick. Coming from the far side. Everybody out in front picking a partner. Out in front, headed away by Austin Prep. St. Mary's keeps it in. Circling down deep, trying to get around. Austin Prep knocks it out. And they're calling it a corner kick, I think. They just tip it out in front, right by everybody, and Baldock knocks it away. Took a couple of bounces, went right through a few people. Baldock on the far side got a piece of it and knocked it away. And St. Mary's just keeping it in the Austin Prep end, where it's been most of this game. De Oliveira tipped it by. Austin Prep takes it away and knocks it out. Another substitution for St. Mary's. They tip it in front. They tip it back. McHugh with another save. And George just throws his hands up in the air. What do I have to do to get a goal? Nolan Perez, they moved him back a little bit to play some defense. George again walking in. He just threw his hands up. McHugh stuffed him again. That's about the 4th or 5th time. We're in the final 2 minutes. As I mentioned, St. Mary's is going to go 3-1-1. They're going to go 2-0-1 in the conference. Austin Prep's going to go to 3-2, their first loss in the conference. And they're going to call DeAngelis for the takedown. A solid hit. And that was on LeBron, I think. Two nothing, both goals by De Oliveira. Splits the defense, cuts in, takes the shot from long range. McHugh has to make another save. Boy, he's been busy. I haven't kept the number of shots on goal, but they are many, and some of them are superlative saves. They knock it deep for Niccolo. Austin Prep will get there first and let it go out of play. Not a lot of time left in this one. McHugh hasn't been able to take much time getting a rest in net. St. Mary's has been all over him, especially here in this second half. And the second half of the second half, it's been almost exclusively in the Austin Prep end. Out off Austin Prep. Trying to throw it in front, and they banged it off their own man out of play. I don't know if that was Thongstafong took that shot up near the head area. St. Mary's knocks it right back. They knock it out of play. And they blow the whistle, and that's it. So 49 seconds after a scoreless first half, 49 seconds into the second half, Diego De Oliveira from the near side at about the 15-yard line hit a rifle shot that just went inside the near post under the top crossbar, and that was all he really needed. I wish I got the name of the St. Mary's player that made a great rush down the far side, beat a defender almost to the end line, threw it out in front, and De Oliveira was there again to just tip it by the goaltender McHugh. And for Austin Prep, McHugh was absolutely unbelievable in net. St. Mary's wins it 2-0. It could be 8, 9, or 10-0. He made that many saves. He made 4 or 5 saves, and he had Olashola George talking to himself, blocking almost everything he threw at him, but he couldn't get anything by him. He threw his hands up the last one, and what do I have to do to get it by him? But St. Mary's, after a scoreless half, they get 2 in the second half. They're going to go to 3-1-1. Austin Prep will go to 3-2. 2 goals by De Oliveira, the difference. St. Mary's 2, Austin Prep 0. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.